12 dinners, all affordable, all simple, and every single one is built to stretch because on a fixed income, every dollar in the kitchen has to work harder than it used to. By the end of this video, you'll have 12 different dinners you can rotate through for an entire month without your grocery bill getting out of control. No fancy ingredients, no waste, just real meals that respect your budget. Let's get into it. Number 1. One-pan chicken thigh and rice. Chicken thighs instead of chicken breast. And that one swap alone can cut your protein cost almost in half, without sacrificing flavor. They're actually more tender too, which matters if chewing is something you're mindful of. In one pan, brown 2 or 3 chicken thighs in a little oil over medium heat, about 3 minutes per side. Add a cup of rice, 2 cups of water or broth, and any seasoning you like. Paprika and garlic work beautifully. Cover and simmer for about 20 minutes until the rice is tender and the chicken is cooked through. One pan, minimal cleanup, and it easily stretches into a second meal the next day. If you want to stretch it even further, add a handful of frozen peas in the last 5 minutes of cooking. Number 2. Canned salmon patties. Canned salmon is one of the most underrated budget proteins out there. Shelf-stable, no waste, and packed with the same nutrients as fresh salmon at a fraction of the price. Drain a can of salmon and mix it in a bowl with 1 egg, a handful of breadcrumbs, and a pinch of salt and pepper. Form into small patties. Fry in a little oil over medium heat for about 3 minutes per side until golden. Serve with a simple side salad or some steamed vegetables. Simple, filling, and the can keeps in your pantry until you're ready to use it, which means you can always have the ingredients for this one on hand, even on weeks when fresh groceries are tight. Number 3. Lentil and vegetable soup. This is about as cheap as dinner gets, and it freezes beautifully, so one batch can last you several meals across several weeks. In a pot, sauté a chopped onion and carrot for a few minutes, add a cup of dried lentils, 4 cups of water or broth, and a handful of frozen mixed vegetables. Simmer for about 25 minutes until the lentils are soft. Season with salt, pepper, and a pinch of cumin if you have it. This makes a big batch. Portion the extra into containers and freeze them flat so they stack neatly and thaw quickly when you need them. Number 4. Egg fried rice from leftovers. If you've got leftover rice sitting in the fridge, this turns it into an entirely new dinner with almost nothing wasted. Heat a little oil in a pan, scramble 1 or 2 eggs and set aside. Add your leftover rice to the same pan, breaking up any clumps with the back of a spoon, and stir fry for a few minutes. Add the scrambled egg back in, along with a splash of soy sauce and any leftover vegetables you have on hand. Stir everything together until heated through. 5 minutes, almost zero cost, and nothing goes to waste. This is the dinner to remember whenever rice is left over from any other meal during the week. Number 5. Baked beans on toast. Sometimes the simplest dinner is the best one, and this one barely needs any cooking at all. Heat a can of baked beans in a small pot over medium heat for about 5 minutes. Toast 2 slices of bread. Pour the beans over the toast. If you want to make it heartier, add a fried egg on top or a sprinkle of cheese. That's the entire recipe, and it's a genuine classic for a reason. On nights when you're simply too tired to do much cooking, this one takes barely any effort at all. Number 6. Tuna pasta bake. This one is designed to stretch. A single batch can easily cover 2 or 3 dinners, depending on how hungry you are. Cook a pot of pasta according to the package instructions. Drain a can of tuna and mix it into the pasta along with a can of condensed soup or a simple cheese sauce. Pour into a baking dish, top with a little shredded cheese, and bake at 375 degrees for about 15 minutes until bubbly. Portion the leftovers into containers. This reheats well for days, and the flavor honestly gets better after a day in the fridge. Number 7. Sheet pan, sausage, and vegetables. 1 sheet pan, minimal cleanup, and you can use whatever vegetables happen to be cheapest at the store that week. Slice a few inexpensive sausages and spread them on a baking sheet along with chopped potatoes, carrots, or whatever root vegetables you have. Drizzle with a little oil and season with salt, pepper, and your favorite herbs. Roast at 400 degrees for about 25 minutes, turning once halfway through. Everything cooks together, and there's just 1 pan to wash afterward, which matters just as much as the cost when standing at the sink isn't easy. Number 8. Chickpea and tomato stew. This is a fully vegetarian option that costs only pennies per serving. and it's surprisingly filling for how little it costs to make. In a pot, sauté a chopped onion and a clove of garlic for a couple of minutes. Add a can of chickpeas, a can of diced tomatoes, and a pinch of cumin and paprika. Simmer for about 15 minutes until everything thickens slightly. Serve on its own or with a slice of bread for dipping. High in fiber, high in protein, and one of the cheapest meals on this entire list. Number 9. Potato and egg hash. Potatoes and eggs are about as inexpensive as ingredients get, and together they make a genuinely satisfying dinner that doesn't feel like you're skimping on anything. Dice 2 or 3 potatoes into small cubes and fry them in a little oil over medium heat for about 10 minutes until golden and tender, stirring occasionally. Push the potatoes to one side of the pan and crack in 2 eggs on the other side. Cook until the eggs are done to your liking, then mix everything together. Season with salt, pepper, and a pinch of paprika if you'd like. If you have any leftover vegetables sitting in the fridge, this is a great place to use them up too. Number 10. Vegetable fried rice with canned chicken. Canned chicken is another pantry staple that doesn't get nearly enough credit. It's fully cooked already, which means this entire dinner comes together in barely 5 minutes. Heat a little oil in a pan and add a cup of cooked rice, breaking up any clumps. Stir in a drained can of chicken and a handful of frozen mixed vegetables. Stir-fry everything together for about 5 minutes until heated through, adding a splash of soy sauce if you have it. This is one of the fastest dinners on this entire list, and the canned chicken means you don't even need to think about cooking raw meat that day. Number 11. Cabbage and sausage skillet. Cabbage is one of the cheapest vegetables you can buy, and a single head goes a remarkably long way across several meals. Slice an inexpensive sausage and brown it in a skillet for a few minutes over medium heat. Add roughly half a head of sliced cabbage directly to the pan along with a splash of water. Cover and cook for about 10 minutes, stirring occasionally until the cabbage softens down. Season with salt, pepper, and a little paprika. This is hearty, warm, and stretches an inexpensive sausage across a full dinner. Number 12. Slow cooker chicken and vegetables. This is the ultimate dump-and-go dinner, and it makes enough for several meals at once with almost no active effort required. Place 2 or 3 chicken thighs into a slow cooker along with a bag of frozen mixed vegetables, 2 cups of broth, and your favorite seasoning. Cover and cook on low for 6 hours, or on high for about 3 hours, until the chicken is tender and falling apart. Walk away and let it cook itself, and you'll have multiple servings ready for the days ahead without needing to stand at the stove at all. 12 dinners, every single one affordable, simple, and built to stretch further than just a single meal. Which one are you trying first? Drop the number in the comments. We read everyone. New recipes every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Subscribe so you don't miss the next roundup.